Hugh Hudson is an English film director. He directed the 1981 multiple Academy Award-winning film Chariots of Fire. Early life. Hugh Hudson was born at 27 Welbeck Street, London, the second son of Jack Inth, the second wife of Hugh's father, Michael Donaldson Hudson from Cheswardine in rural northeast Shropshire. Michael's father was Ralph Charles Donaldson Hudson, and his great-grandfather was Charles Donaldson Hudson, a one-time Member of Parliament for Newcastle-under-Lyme, Staffordshire. His paternal ancestors came from Scotland and Cumberland. He was sent to boarding school in 1942 at the age of 6, and thereafter was educated at Eton College. He began his national service in the Royal Armoured Corps from the 28th of January 1956, reaching the rank of second lieutenant and remained as a lieutenant in the Army Reserve of Officers until he was discharged on the 16th of January 1960. 1960s. In the 1960s, after 3 years of editing documentaries in Paris, Hudson headed a documentary film company with partners Robert Brown John and David Camel. The company produced, among others, the documentaries A for Apple, which won a Screenwriters Guild Award, and The Tortoise and the Hare, which was nominated for a BAFTA Award. The company emerged with much success in the 1960s, winning many awards and pioneering a new graphic style for documentary and advertising films. He then began a career in advertising, producing and directing many advertisements. His first filmmaking job was as a second unit director on Alan Parker's Midnight Express, 1970s-1980s. Between 1973 and 1975, Hudson wrote and directed Fangio, A Life at 300 km/h, a documentary film about motor racing seen through the eyes of Juan Manuel Fangio, 5 times the world Formula One champion. From 1979 to 1980, Hudson directed his first and most successful feature film, Chariots of Fire, the story of 2 British track runners, one a devout Christian and the other an ambitious Jew, in the run-up to the 1924 Olympic Games. The film is said to have revitalized the fading British film industry, and it won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Hudson earned a nomination for Best Director. His friend and colleague Vangelis produced an Academy Award-winning score for the film. Vincent Canby of the New York Times wrote in 1981, "It's to the credit of both Mr. Hudson and Mr. Welland that Chariots of Fire is simultaneously romantic and commonsensical, lyrical and comic. It's an exceptional film, about some exceptional people." Hudson had rejected numerous feature film offers before Chariots of Fire's success. His next production was Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes, which received 4 Oscar nominations, and was Ralph Richardson's last screen performance, for which he was nominated in the 1984 Oscars as Best Supporting Actor. It was a success at the box office and with critics. In 1985, Hudson directed Revolution, which depicted the American War of Independence, and which was released before it was a fully completed film. The film was a critical and commercial failure at the box office and earned Hudson a Golden Raspberry Award nomination for Worst Director. Hudson's next theatrical feature film was Lost Angels, nominated for the Palme d'Or at the 1989 Cannes Film Festival. The film was an American-based drama starring Donald Sutherland and Ad Rock of the Beastie Boys and dealing with disaffected youth in California. 1990s present. In 1999, Hudson directed My Life So Far. Jean-Claude Carrière wrote of it. Hugh Hudson's film My Life So Far is a delightful bittersweet film, which covers the start of a boy's life during the first part of the 20th century, from his last baby's bottle to his first cigar. A film which sadly is not known as well as it should be. It is a variation on a universal theme which will never end. There will always be men and women, old people and youngsters, horses and dogs. Hudson next directed I Dreamed of Africa, which was the closing film of the Cannes Film Festival of that year. In 2006, Hudson was reported to be working, together with producer John Heyman, on an historical epic based on the life of the monotheistic Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti. The film centers around the tempestuous relationship. In 2008, Hudson re-edited Revolution, giving the film a narration by Al Pacino. The Observer film critic Philip French, writing about the new version, said, "Revolution was misunderstood and unjustly treated on its first appearance 20 years ago. Seeing it again in the director's slightly revised version, it now strikes me as a masterpiece, profound, poetic and original." Hudson's film should take its place among the great movies about history and about individual citizens living in times of dramatic social change. One hopes it will finally find the wide audience it deserves. Hudson co-produced Chariots of Fire, the 2012 stage adaptation of the film of the same title. The stage adaptation was his idea for the London Olympic year. Also in 2012, it was announced that Hudson would direct Midnight Sun, a feature film about a child who tries to help a family of polar bears on the shrinking polar ice cap. Hudson co-wrote the script as well. In 2016, Hudson directed the period drama Altamira, about the discovery of the famous Spanish cave paintings. The film stars Antonio Banderas and Rupert Everett. Advertisements. In 1988, Hudson directed a 2.5-minute advert for British Rail, a parody of the Post Office Film Unit's 25-minute documentary, Night Mail, made in 1936. Poet W.H. Auden had written verse specifically to fit the original 1936 film's footage, which showed the enormous scale of BR's daily operation and the structure of the sectorized business. The opening sequence of Hudson's British Rail advert features the northbound travelling post office with Auden's original verse, narrated by Sir Tom Courtenay. Some of the other many acclaimed advertisements created by Hudson include the 1989 British Airways face advert seen in over 80 countries around the world and running for almost a decade, a 1979 Fiat Strada Figaro advert, and a Benson and Amp Hedges swimming pool and salvage adverts. In 2007, he created his Silverjet advert, a direct parody of his own 1989 British Airways advert. He also created the Courage Best Gertrude advert and the Cinzano aeroplane advert. Hudson also directed Kinnock, the movie, an election broadcast for the British Labour Party. In 2003, Hudson was given a special Cannes Lions Award on the 50th anniversary of the Cannes Lions International Advertising Festival, an award given only to directors who have won the Grand Prix more than once. Hudson has won Grand Prix Cannes Lions Awards for his 1972 Levi's Walking Behinds and 1978 Coty Lament French Lesson adverts. Honors. In August 2007, in Nîmes, France, Unrealisateur dans la Ville, a festival created by Gérard Depardieu and Jean-Claude Carrière to showcase each year the work of one director, featured the work of Hugh Hudson, showing 8 films over 5 days. The festival premiered an Al Pacino-narrated version of Revolution, called Revolution Revisited, in October 2008 at the Dinard Festival of British Film. Hudson's work was honoured. As a tribute, 5 of his films were shown, with My Life so Far opening the festival. Revolution Revisited was the subject of a Q&A by the director. Personal life. Hudson's first marriage on 25 August 1977 was with painter Susan Michie, born 8 December 1946, the daughter of Alistair Milne Michie, with whom he had a son, born in 1978. In November 2003, he married actress Mayum Diabio, who played Cara Milivi in The Living Daylights. Filmography as director: Altamira, Rupture, A Matter of Life or Death, also writer and producer. Revolution Revisited, I Dreamed of Africa, My Life Sapphire, also joined producer. Lumiere and Company celebrating cinema's centenary. Lost Angels aka The Road Home, nominated Cannes Film Festival. Revolution. Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes, also producer. Chariots of Fire 4 Academy Awards. Film, costume, script and music. Fangio, also writer. The Tortoise and the Hare, also writer. International awards. 1981 Cannes Golden Palm nomination, Chariots of Fire. 1981 Toronto Audience Award, Chariots of Fire. 1982 Academy Awards, Chariots of Fire. Best Picture nomination as Best Director. 1982 Golden Globe, Best Foreign Film. 1982 BAFTA Best Picture. 1985 BFI Technical Achievement Award, Greystoke. 1985 César Awards nomination, Best Foreign Film, Greystoke. 1985 Venice Film Festival Lion d'Or nomination, Greystoke. 1986 Golden Raspberry Award, Revolution nomination as Worst Director. 1989 Palme d'Or at Cannes Film Festival nomination, Los Angeles. 2000 Cannes Festival 2000 nominated closing film, I Dreamed of Africa. 2005 Taormina Festival Award for Cinematic Art. 2007 Cairo Film Festival Silver Pyramid Award. Member of Jury Tokyo Film Festival 1995. Istanbul Film Festival 2001, Athens Film Festival 2002, San Sebastian Film Festival 2003, Taormina Film Festival 2005, Mar del Plata Festival 2005, Tbilisi Film Festival 2005, Sarajevo Film Festival 2006 and 2008. Sao Paulo Film Festival October 2008. Marrakesh Film Festival November 2008. Siberian Film Festival of Light 2009. Vologda Independent Cinema from European Screens Festival July 2011.